Hi everyone, I'm Nancy Friendstream, and today I'm doing a get to know me video since this is my first ever video on this channel, so let's get right into it. While I go and do the wisp catching and firefly stuff in Hollywood, I'm gonna answer some questions about myself and kind of tell you what my channel's gonna be about. Whenever I play Star Stable or I just do training or anything, I'm always listening to YouTubers' videos. I never really watch them, but they're always playing in the background. I like the background noise. So I want my channel to be similar to that, where you can just listen along while you're doing your daily things with sort of a podcast. And I've taken inspiration from all the people that I watch because they're all such amazing creators. I'll also make sure to give my honest opinion about Star Stables because I know that recently the community hasn't been the happiest, and honestly, I agree with kind of the uproar that's been going on. That being said, obviously, this channel is a place for positivity and a safe place, but also for honesty and accountability. Question that I think is quite interesting to answer is how long have I been playing Star Stable? So I've been playing since around 2016, so practically 8 years, but I have had plenty of breaks. It hasn't been like a constant 8 year thing. At some point, I got logged out of my account for over a year, but it was kind of a blessing in disguise because I came back with loads of star coins. I must have bought some before it happened too, but when I came back, I had 16,000 to spend, and although it didn't last me very long, it was still just nice to, have shopping money. On the topic of star coins, I'm going to talk about my opinion on the prices because they have increased. Not by loads, but I think the UK prices have increased by around £5. And honestly, when I was younger, I used to justify me spending money on this game, but spending £40 for like 10 horses on a pixel game, I don't think that's something I'm gonna do anymore. Currently, I have 2,500 star coins, so I'm just gonna save up and hopefully they can last me long enough. The next thing I'm gonna talk about is my favorite area in Star Stable, and that is a difficult question. I don't really know because a lot of the areas that I loved have been changed or updated. And I'm not saying that that's a bad thing because obviously games need to develop, but thinking of a favorite area now is quite difficult. I'd probably say Golden Hills Valley. I think that is one of those areas that I remember unlocking for the first time and how amazing that felt, but also how kind of creepy it was for a young-ish child playing Star Stable and doing that scarecrow race thing in Golden Hills. It was kind of eerie and off-putting. I remember hating it. I do quite like updated Hollywood, but I feel like it's really similar to Wildwoods and Dundalk, which is good in a way because they're keeping to the same style, so all the forests kind of look the same, but I think it's nice to have varied areas with different layouts. The OGs remember Old Fort Pinter, and I miss it. That was a good area. It wasn't necessarily my favorite, but it's a nostalgic one for sure. The next question is what is my favorite horse breed? And right now I'm riding Cherry Blossom, which is my Icelandic, and I love the Icelandics. Again, the nostalgia. I remember when everyone tried to glitch into New Hillcrest to get the Icelandics, but luckily when they were released, I was already able to get them. I'd already unlocked the area, but it's just the memories that make it so nice. And obviously, these updated ones, I like this updated horse. I feel like they did a really good job. with the Icelandics, but I do still love the crusty old ones. They aren't too crusty to me. I think I've got two of the old models, but controversial fact about me, I sell horses. The other day, I sold 5 horses to get me an item of clothing from the Winter Village, which I know you might think, Nancy, that is a waste of star coins, but I've been playing the game for 8 years, so I might have bought some of them horses 8 years ago. So obviously, within that time frame, a lot of things improve, and now I would rather have some new clothing than the old Zonies, because yeah, I had both of the Zonies and they are two of the horses that I sold. So I guess that kind of makes a bit more sense and you can probably understand where I'm coming from. I would never sell a new generation horse or a horse that I have already trained. So all the horses I sell are still level 1. I would never, waste all that good training. A horse I used to love were the old Morgan horses. I had pretty much every coat of them, but I have sold some of them. But you know what? It's fair enough. Also, I'm sorry for the footage today. It's kind of it's not the best. I keep crashing into things, but oh well, it's okay. Another question is, who is my favorite Star Stable character? My Star Stable NPC. I'd have to say that it is Drith. He is a creepy guy in the sense of his like calling us dove, but I'm not gonna say I hate it because I don't. um, I think when he was updated, he was kind of, a fan favorite, but I kind of like the, style of his character, like the Pandoric element that he has, as well as the personality that he has, and he's got a consistent way of speaking to our character, which is very different to what other characters have. They don't really get to know us. It's more of just, oh, go fetch me this. I'm so lazy, I can't do anything. So go get me a item that's like 10 feet away. Whereas with him, it just has more story behind it, and I love the little funny nicknames that he gives our character. So the final thing I wanted to address is whether I do horse riding in real life or not. And actually, I do not. I can't even really remember how I found out about this game. It was probably through YouTube. I probably saw a video of it and I was like, oh, that looks cool, let's try it out. But the thing that kept me within the community was definitely the story of Star Stable, not so much the horse aspect. I have tried to educate myself as much as I can about anything I need to know about, the equestrian community and horses, but that is not the reason why I play this game. I have ridden horses before in my life, but not independently. It was in one of those things where an instructor kind of just leads you along and the horse is just walking or trotting. But that was still really fun. But that was a long time ago. But here's a mini story time. So when I first started playing Star Stable around 8 years ago, my mum must have told my nan that I enjoyed the game and she booked me up a session at the equestrian center in my area without telling me. So we went to the park and then suddenly she told me, "Oh, we need to keep walking, we're going somewhere." And I was like, "What?" And we went to the equestrian center and she said, "You've got a lesson, you can ride a horse." And I was terrified. I did not want to do it. I was like, "Nan, I really don't want to do this. Please don't make me." And she'd already paid, so we couldn't cancel it. And looking back on it, I wish I did it, but I refused. So horse riding just isn't for me. But I had the opportunity to, but I kind of said no. So yeah, so that's pretty much all about me. I hope you enjoyed this video and let me know in the comments what sort of things you would want to see from my channel. I was thinking of maybe doing a training video next to give me motivation to train some of my horses. But thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have an amazing day. Please give me some support, like and subscribe. I feel so cringy saying that, but yeah. Thank you so much for watching. See you next time.